Have you ever met someone who seems to exist outside the normal rules of aging? Years pass, decades go by, yet something about them remains completely unchanged. Their skin still has this incredible vitality. Their eyes are so clear, and their whole presence just feels lighter, younger, almost timeless. Of course, science gives us the usual explanations: genetics, nutrition, lifestyle, hormonal balance, and sure, those things definitely matter. But they don't tell the whole story, do they? We all know people who follow every health rule, have perfect habits, yet still seem to age rapidly. And then there are others, living under far from ideal conditions, who manage to keep this inner glow that just defies the calendar. This brings up a much deeper question. What if age isn't just biological? What if it's also about our perception, our energy, and our psychology? Think about it. Ancient traditions all over the world didn't see physical appearance as the main measure of age. They saw it as a reflection of your inner coherence. In Hermetic philosophy, there's the famous principle, as within, so without. This means your body is a mirror of your state of consciousness. When your inner life is all fragmented by stress, fear, and unresolved tension, your body shows it. But when your inner life is coherent, aligned, and full of purpose, your body responds with vitality. This idea pops up again and again across civilizations. You see it with Taoist masters who stayed youthful through internal balance, and with yogis who slowed physical decline through breath, stillness, and disciplined awareness. In their language, youth was never about the number of years you've lived. It was about how energy moved through your system. And this leads to a kind of uncomfortable truth. Our physical age and our inner age aren't always match up. Some people get old very early in life. Their spirit feels tired. But others stay internally young, long after the clock says they should be old. What's fascinating is that modern research is now quietly starting to back up this ancient wisdom. We now know that chronic stress literally accelerates cellular aging. We know that emotional rigidity is linked to inflammation in the body. On the flip side, things like meditation, having a strong sense of purpose, and learning to regulate your emotions are all associated with a slower biological decline. So, the mystery isn't really whether our inner state affects our outer appearance anymore. The real mystery is how deep that connection goes, and whether we can consciously influence it. This is the great paradox we're going to explore. Time passes for every single one of us, but it doesn't pass through all of us in the same way. What if the secret to timelessness isn't found in a cream or a supplement, but within our own minds? If this idea fascinates you as much as it does me, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because we're going to dive much deeper into this. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to glow with vitality, almost ageless, while others appear worn down by time? The secret might not be in expensive creams or complex procedures, but in a hidden force that ancient cultures understood intimately. Across the globe, different names point to the same concept. In China, it's called qi. In India, it's prana. In Taoism, they call it jing. And in Western traditions, simply life force. Despite the different labels, the core idea is identical. A subtle, vital energy, animates our bodies, governs our health, and dictates our resilience. Think of it like this. Taoist wisdom teaches that Jing is the foundational energy we inherit at birth, like a battery pack for life. When we live with constant stress, emotional turmoil, and imbalance, we drain this battery much faster, accelerating the aging process. But when we preserve it through moderation, mindful breathing, and emotional harmony, we sustain our longevity. We keep that battery charged. Yogic traditions echo this. They teach that when prana, or life force, flows freely through the body's channels, our system naturally regenerates. But when this flow gets blocked by physical tension, unresolved emotions, or mental clutter, our bodies begin to deteriorate. These weren't just abstract metaphors. They were practical, functional models of human physiology, described with the language of their time. And what's fascinating is that modern science is now observing processes that run in parallel. We talk about oxidative stress damaging cells, chronic high cortisol levels disrupting regeneration, and how suppressing our emotions can lead to immune system problems. What ancient systems called blocked energy, science often describes as a chronic stress response. The conclusion, though reached through different paths, is strikingly similar. This is where our emotions come in. High-frequency emotional states like gratitude, curiosity, a sense of connection, and purpose literally expand our nervous system. They create a state of openness and coherence. On the other hand, low-frequency states fear, resentment, guilt, and despair constrict it, putting us into a state of defense. And our body always follows the lead of the nervous system. Imagine a face hardened by decades of unexpressed fear. It ages differently than a face shaped by a lifetime of openness and joy. A body governed by chronic vigilance and tension ages differently than one that feels fundamentally safe and at ease. The physical form becomes a map of our internal emotional landscape. Even our beliefs and perceptions play a huge role. Your subconscious mind doesn't really distinguish between a symbolic instruction and a literal one. If you constantly internalize the belief that time is wearing me down, or I'm getting old and weak, your body listens and adapts to that story. It starts to manifest that reality. But what if you lived from a different identity? What if your core belief was I am sustained, supported, and continuously unfolding? Your physiology would respond to that narrative, too. This isn't about denying biology. It's about recognizing that our biology is constantly listening to our interpretation of reality. Ancient texts are filled with stories of luminous individuals, teachers, mystics, and yogis whose very presence felt ageless. It wasn't because time magically stopped for them. It was because their internal system was no longer in a state of constant contraction and resistance. They lived from a place of coherence, where their energy flowed freely. And when the body operates from coherence, it slows the process of decay. The key to graceful aging isn't just about what you put on your skin, but about the energy you cultivate within. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more insights into the connection between mind, body, and energy. What if I told you that looking and feeling young has less to do with your genes and more to do with something you can actually control? I'm not talking about expensive creams or procedures. I'm talking about alignment lining your mind, your emotions, and your very sense of self. Let's start with the first principle: awareness. Your thoughts are powerful. They aren't just passing clouds in your mind. Every single thought sends a signal to your body. Fearful, anxious thoughts tell your nervous system there's danger, putting it on high alert. Calm, grounded thoughts signal safety and peace. Your body listens and responds to these signals every second of every day. This is why practices that bring you back to center aren't just a nice-to-have spiritual luxury. They are a physiological necessity. Think about meditation. Studies show it can reduce inflammation and help you manage your emotions. Or what about conscious breathing? Taking a few deep, intentional breaths can directly calm your nervous system, pulling you out of that fight-or-flight mode. Movement is also key. Practices like yoga, qigong, and tai chi are designed to get your energy and your blood flowing. They don't just stretch your muscles. They restore circulation on a much deeper level, breaking up stagnation and bringing life back into your body. Now, let's talk about food. Nutrition isn't just about calories and chemicals. The food you eat carries information. Fresh, living foods, think vibrant fruits and vegetables, signal abundance and renewal to your cells. On the other hand, ultra-processed foods signal scarcity and stress. It's like sending your body a constant distress call. Which message do you want your body to receive? Your environment plays a massive role too. Spending time in nature isn't just a pleasant escape. It recalibrates your biological rhythms. Getting some sunlight helps regulate your hormones. Even a simple dip in a lake or the ocean can reset your system when you're feeling overloaded and sleep. It's not just rest. It's when your body does its most profound regeneration and repair work. But here's the secret ingredient, the one most people overlook: purpose. Having a sense of meaning and direction in your life changes how you age. Purpose organizes your energy. It gives you a reason to get up in the morning, keeping you engaged and preventing stagnation. Think of it as your soul's journey. It's not about how many years you've lived, but the depth and integration you've achieved. People who feel disconnected from their purpose often feel drained and exhausted long before their time. But those who live aligned with a deeper calling often maintain a surprising vitality, a spark that seems to defy the years. You don't need to be a mystic to find this. It simply requires emotional honesty, working to reduce your inner conflicts and paying attention to what feels right and coherent inside you. The ultimate insight is both simple and profound. True youth isn't about fighting against time. It's about living fully, right here, right now, in the present moment. The present is the only time your body is unbracing for the past or worrying about the future. And when your body can finally relax and stop bracing, it can regenerate. In this way, time isn't your enemy. It's a mirror. It reflects not just the number of years you've been alive, but the quality of your life within those years. Your body is a reflection of your inner alignment, and that, unlike time itself, is something you always have the power to influence. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on living a more aligned and vital life. See you in the next video. If you're still here watching my videos, I want to say something simple. Thank you. In a world of endless noise and distractions, the fact that you choose to spend your time here means more than you can imagine. It means you're one of those rare people who wants to go deeper, question reality, and look inside yourself, not just outside. I'm honestly happy that there are people who share these interests, these questions, this search for meaning. So if you feel this space resonates with you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who might need it. Your support helps this content reach more people who are also quietly searching. Thank you for being here, really.